Most people building life in Canada aren't broke because they don't earn enough. They are losing money every single month on things they've completely forgotten about. Today, I am going to show you 5 specific things you can cut from your finances right now, and they will save you real money, free up cash to build wealth, and immediately reduce your financial stress. Some of these things are going to surprise you. I am Happiness, a licensed financial advisor and host of Financial Clarity with Happiness. One of the first things I do with every client is a financial audit. And what we find almost always shocks them. Let's get into it. Before we get into the list, I want to give you a number. Research consistently shows that the average person in Canada spends hundreds of dollars every month on things they either don't use, don't need, or don't even remember signing up for. That's not a spending problem. That's an awareness problem. And awareness is exactly what this video is going to give you. What if cutting just 3 things from this list freed up $300 a month? Invested consistently over 25 years, that's $227,000. This is not about deprivation. It is about redirecting money from things that don't serve you to things that do. Let's go. The first thing you need to cut is forgotten subscriptions. This one is the most common thing I find when I sit down with a new client. Streaming services, app subscriptions, gym membership, software trials that are auto-renewed, new kit services, paused but never cancelled, cloud storage plans for devices you no longer own. When did you last actually audit every subscription coming out of your account? Here is what I want you to do this week. Go through your last 2 bank statements and your credit card statement line by line. Write down every recurring charge. Most people find between $100 and $300 in subscriptions they had completely forgotten about. I had a client who discovered she was paying for streaming services, 2 fitness apps, and a magazine subscription she had since 2019. She hadn't used any of them in over a year. Cancel everything you haven't actively used in the last 30 days. If you are not sure, still cancel it. You can always resubscribe. Every subscription you cancel is a monthly contribution to your future self. The second thing you need to cut is shopping apps that trigger impulse buying. This one is more psychological than financial, and that's exactly why it's so damaging. Shopping apps and social media platforms with inbuilt stores are specifically engineered to make you buy things you weren't looking for at moments you weren't planning to spend. They use personalized notifications, flash sales, countdown timers, and one-click purchasing to bypass your rational decision-making entirely. Think about it. You pick up your phone to check a message, and 30 minutes later, you've bought 3 things you didn't need and you didn't budget for. That's not an accident. That's by design. Let me ask you something. How many times have you opened a shopping app with nothing in mind and left having spent money? The fix is simple but powerful. Delete the apps from your phone. Not mute the notifications, delete the apps entirely. If you genuinely need something, search for it on a browser. That extra friction, that small inconvenience is enough to stop the majority of impulse purchases before they happen. Because here is the truth, impulse buying is not a discipline problem. It is an environment problem. Change your environment and your spending will change. Your phone should be a tool for wealth building, not a portal for losing it. The third thing you need to do is to cut bank fees and high interest debt minimums. This one quietly costs people living in Canada billions of dollars every year, and most people have no idea it's happening. The average person in Canada pays between $15 and $30 a month just in bank account fees. That's up to $360 a year simply for the privilege of accessing your own money. Here is what most people don't know. Many financial institutions in Canada offer no fee or low fee checking accounts. You just have to ask or look for them. Credit unions, online banks, and even some big banks have options that carry zero monthly fees if you meet basic conditions like maintaining a minimum balance. Are you paying monthly fees on your checking account right now? When last did you review what your bank is actually charging you? Here is my advice. Call your bank this week. Ask them directly, what no fee or low fee options do I qualify for? Most will move you without hesitation. If they can't help you, shop around. You have options. Now let's talk about the other side of this. Minimum payments on debts. Paying only the minimum on your credit card is one of the most expensive financial habits you can have. A $3,000 credit card balance at around 20% interest, paying only the minimum every month can take over 10 years to pay off and cost you more in interest than the original balance itself. What you should do: pay all if you can. If not, pay more than the minimum every month. Even an extra $50 accelerates your payoff significantly and saves you hundreds in interest. As a licensed advisor, one of the fastest ways I help clients to free up monthly cash flow is by tackling unnecessary fees and debt interest first. It's money you're already spending that could be working for you instead. The fourth thing you need to cut is convenience spending. This one is the most socially acceptable drain on your finances and the hardest one to see. Convenience spending is anything you pay a premium for simply because it's easy. Daily coffee stops, food delivery apps, buying lunch every day, grabbing grocery at the convenience store because you didn't plan ahead. A $6 coffee every workday is over $1,500 a year. Food delivery fees, service charges, and tips on a $20 meal can push that real cost to about $35 or $40. Do that twice a week and you're spending over $3,500 a year on food delivery alone. I am not saying never treat yourself, but the question I'm clearly asking is this: is this a choice or a habit? The goal isn't to eliminate enjoyment, it's to make this spending decision consciously rather than automatically. As an advisor, I always say, spend intentionally on things that genuinely bring you joy. Cut ruthlessly on everything that's just a habit or convenience. Convenience is the most expensive thing most people living in Canada buy every day. The fifth thing you need to cut is keeping up with others, spending to impress others. This last one isn't a subscription or an app, it's a mindset, and it's costing people more than anything else on this list. Most people are doing this. You're spending money you don't have on things you don't need to impress people you don't even like. The new car to match the neighborhood, the vacation posted on social media, the designer item bought on credit, the restaurant outside your budget because everyone else is going. This is called social spending, and in Canada, with the cost of living rising and housing prices going up the roof, it is silently destroying your financial future. The next time you're about to make a purchase, ask yourself honestly, am I buying this for me or am I buying this for how it looks to others? That one question will save you thousands of dollars in a year. The wealthiest people I work with as an advisor are rarely the ones with the most visible lifestyle. They are the ones who made quiet, consistent decisions over many years that nobody saw until the results became impossible to ignore. So let's bring it all together. Number one, cut forgotten subscriptions, audit your statements and cancel everything unused. Number two, cut impulse shopping apps. Delete them, add friction between you and spending. Number three, cut bank fees and minimum payment. Switch to no-fee banking and pay more than the minimum every month. Number four, cut convenience spending. Make it conscious choice, not an automatic habit. Number five, cut spending to impress others. Buy for yourself, not for the audience. You don't need to earn more money to start building wealth. You need to stop leaking the money you already have. If this gave you clarity, subscribe to Financial Clarity with Happiness every week. I break down personal finance, income protection, and wealth building in plain language so that you can make better decisions for yourself and for your family. And I want to hear from you in the comments. Tell me which of these 5 things you're cutting first. I will read every one of them. If you haven't watched our video on how to become a millionaire on a low salary, watch it next. It pairs perfectly with everything we've just covered. I'm Happiness. I will see you in the next video.